Reagan Tollway I-88 eastbound. You are packed in from Winfield Road to Route 53. That's a multi-vehicle crash, a rollover involved as well. For right now, just the left lane is blocked. If you can use Ogden, you may want to do that. The westbound side backed up as well. That is your Gapers delay from 355 over to Route 53. Another crash we're keeping our eyes on in Tinley Park along I-80 eastbound before Harlem, blocking 2 left lanes. You're stop and go past 355 to before the scene, and that's why you have a big Gapers delay coming westbound again along I-80. Avoid that big delay if you can. Maybe get up to 179th and take that eastbound instead. Looking around the rest of the roadways, your travel times on the expressways pretty high. Eden's coming in about a half hour. Kennedy in 52 and 46 out to O'Hare, and slower in the express on the Eisenhower, hour 5 to and from the Jane Addams. Stevenson about an hour out, 42 in from 355. The Dan Ryan is 40 to drive out to the split. Your next report's at 4:08 on News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Like your weather says, for the rest of this afternoon, kind of windy, cloudy, sunshine, next cold though with a high of 42. Could get a bit of rain late, a low of 34. Then morning rain tomorrow, then sun and clouds with a high of 54 inland, only 40s lakefront, a lot warmer though by the weekend. 42 degrees now at 3:59.
Featuring the news that matters and breaking news at any time. This is Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station. News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Coming up in the next half hour on News Radio WBBM.
This is Burning Tafoya. The Trump administration takes aim at the Illinois Department of Transportation, accusing IDOT of not making sure it's safe enough to ride CTA buses and trains.
City Council of Chicago approves a measure that freezes Mayor Johnson's plan to eliminate the so-called sub-minimum wage for restaurant workers. And the Fed leaves interest rates untouched, citing worries about employment and the war with Iran.
I'm Tom Busby at Bloomberg. No change in interest rates, but Wall Street today ending sharply lower. The Dow down 769 points, the Nasdaq down 327, the S&P down 91.
42 degrees now at 4 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by JTV.com.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The Federal Reserve is holding tight on interest rates. CBS's Jason Brooks.
In a widely expected move, the Fed maintained its benchmark rate at 3.5% to 3.75%, noting that job gains have remained low. The unemployment rate little changed in recent months, while inflation remains somewhat elevated. The central bank also noted an uncertain impact on the U.S. economy from the Middle East conflict. Wall Street doesn't expect the Fed to cut rates until at least October, with only one rate cut projected for 2026.
The Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P 500 all closed down around 1.5%. President Trump has issued a 60-day waiver of the Jones Act, a move aimed at lowering energy prices by letting foreign ships move fuel between U.S. ports. U.S. intelligence officials testify about the Iran war and threats confronting the homeland. National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard tells the Senate committee
Iran has previously demonstrated space launch and other technology it could use to begin to develop a militarily viable ICBM before 2035.
During his confirmation hearing to replace Kristi Noem, Republican Mark Wayne Mullen tells fellow senators he would, quote, refocus ICE on deporting migrants already in custody, and that judicial warrants would be required for agents to enter homes and businesses. Then Mullen tangled with Committee Chair Rand Paul about comments he made after Paul was attacked by a neighbor in 2017.
We want the American public and the people up here to vote that may or may not vote for you to know that you supported the felonious, violent attack on me from behind.
I did not say I supported it. I said I understood it. There's a difference.
So that means you really didn't approve of it, just completely understand it. What do you think most people would interpret completely understand to be support for or a condemnation of the violence?
TSA sick calls are mounting at U.S. airports amid the government shutdown. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
Acting Deputy TSA Administrator Adam Stahl tells CBS News if staffing problems persist, entire airports could possibly shut down.
This will get worse. This will not get better.
Closures are more likely to affect smaller airports if they happen. But in Philadelphia, 3 of the 6 TSA checkpoints closed on Wednesday.
Labor rights leader Dolores Huerta says she was sexually abused by Cesar Chavez during his tenure as president of the United Farm Workers Union. CBS's Allison Keyes.
Labor rights leader Dolores Huerta says she stayed silent for 60 years about the alleged sexual abuse by Cesar Chavez for fear it would hurt the farm worker movement. Huerta says she did not know that Chavez hurt other women and condemned his actions, but says she wasn't going to let him or anyone else get in the way of securing farm worker rights.
This is CBS News.
Looking for spring jewelry looks? Find them at Jewelry Television. New customers get $20 off purchases of $99 or more at jtv.com.
Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station. News Radio 105.9 and WBBM Newsradio.com.
It is 4:03, Wednesday, the 18th day of March. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Lisa Fielding. We have sunny skies right now, 44 degrees, winds out of the west now at 7 miles an hour. Could get a little rain tonight into tomorrow morning, but Friday and Saturday look beautiful. The AccuWeather 5-day forecast coming up at 4:15. But first at 4, the Trump administration is taking aim now at the Illinois Department of Transportation. WBBM's Bernie Tafoya tells us it's accusing IDOT of not making sure it's safe enough to ride CTA buses and trains.
Penny McCoach is president of the union representing CTA rail workers and says safety is still a big concern on the transit system.
Right now, my members complain about their safety, the non-visibility of law enforcement.
The CTA tells the federal government its new enhanced security plan should be a step forward. McCoach says she was on the blue line last night and on the red line last week with representatives of the Cook County Sheriff's Office, which will also be starting patrols on the CTA, and she thinks riders and employees will feel more at ease.
Just seeing them on the trains and on the buses deter that person that may be thinking about doing something that they shouldn't be doing.
Besides crime issues, McCoach says more needs to be done to deal with homeless and mentally ill people riding the CTA. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
It's just in. The Chicago aldermen have approved a proposal to freeze the city's 5-year plan to eliminate the so-called sub-minimum wage. This is for servers and other restaurant and tavern workers who receive tips. The city is set to mandate a $16.60 an hour minimum wage for all workers by 2028. The restaurant owners say they're getting squeezed by higher costs on all sides, and they've already been forced to cut hours and staffing. But labor advocate Taylor Trammell says the city should keep its commitment to tipped workers who are also facing higher costs.
It means a worker who is counting on that increase to help cover rent now has to figure out how to make ends meet. It means telling workers that their stability can be negotiated at the last minute. It means a parent who was planning for childcare now has to make the difficult choice between putting gas in their tank, putting food on the table, and their lights and keeping their lights on.
Mayor Johnson has vowed to veto any effort to freeze the phase out of the tipped minimum wage. The BP refinery in Whiting plans on locking out 900 union workers as contract talks have stalled.
The United Steelworkers Local 7-1 last week rejected what the company said was its last, best, and final offer. The company came back with an offer this week. The union says it's unacceptable, cutting jobs and pay and bargaining rights. In a statement, the company said it's made the difficult decision to initiate a lockout as protracted negotiations have produced no progress on proposals that are most critical to the long-term sustainability of the refinery. The lockout begins at 11:59 p.m. Mike Krauser, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Federal authorities cracking down on a drug tied to a number of deadly overdoses in Cook County.
The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration has announced the emergency scheduling of bromazolam, a synthetic substance often used in the creation of counterfeit Xanax tablets. Move means possessing, selling, or manufacturing bromazolam is now covered under the most strict state and federal drug laws, joining LSD, heroin, and ecstasy. Local authorities say bromazolam has been present in 78 different overdose deaths in Cook County dating back to 2024. Federal officials say the move is, quote, a decisive step to get ahead of a rapidly evolving threat. Andy Dane, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
The family of a suburban Chicago college student is asking for your help. after he went missing while in Barcelona yesterday.
In a Students in Barcelona Facebook group, the mother of 20-year-old James Jimmy Gracie posted a plea for help in finding her son. He was last seen at 3 in the morning at the Choco nightclub on the Barceloneta beachfront. According to the Facebook post, police recovered his phone, but Gracie never made it back to the Airbnb. He's 6'1" and was last seen wearing a white shirt and dark pants and a chain with a gold rhinestone cross. Gracie is a resident of Elmhurst and a graduate of St. Ignatius College Prep. He's currently a junior at the University of Alabama. Carolina Garebe, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
The 20-year-old has been sentenced to 6 years in prison in connection to a deadly drug delivery case. Carlos Pais pled guilty to drug-induced homicide charges stemming from an incident on October 25th of 2024. An 18-year-old was found dead in his home, and following an autopsy, it was determined that the victim died from a fatal dose of MDMA delivered by Pais. He ultimately admitted his role and now must serve at least 75% of the sentence before becoming eligible for release. It is 4:08 now. Time for traffic and weather together on the 8s. Here's Neil.
Hey Trina, what's up? I gotta get the phone system working in this car, and then we can talk. I'll give you a call, and I would love to have you on my show. Think about this, Trina, if you're still watching. They said crime was down, and last week or 2 weeks ago, the prosecutor said that domestic homicides are up 15%. They just said overdoses were down the last few years. And now all of a sudden they have a task force because there's an emergency of overdoses. How does these things happen? How do these emergencies happen all of a sudden? You kind of get it? And I was doing some reading last night or the night before, and I was doing one of my articles, and it's clear that they're covering it up. And this is the way they cover it up. If it's a drug that's not listed, then they say it's not an overdose. That's how they do it. And as you heard on that show, on this today, they said they prosecuted. How many of these overdoses did we actually investigate? And what did I just see? I just seen this morning a case out of the feds where they busted a guy selling heroin off the internet in Chicago. And I asked, I think it was on CWB or Contrarian, I don't know which one, and I said, why the feds doing that? Isn't that like a Chicago job? So think about it. The feds are doing drug cases and gun cases. Cook County is doing the theft cases in downtown, right? I've written about that. And they do traffic stops. The state police are doing all the felony carjackings, right? And auto thefts and robbery cases. So what is actually the Chicago police doing? And it's kind of a strange thing that you see these things, and then the next day you hear about it on the radio, or, you know what I mean? I say stuff and then I hear on the radio like, hey, wait, isn't that what I talked about last year? Or whatever, you know what I mean? It's kind of strange. I mean, I would love, I guess this is what I'm going to talk about today. $150 million. $150 million. That's the low estimate. It might be the mid estimate, it might be the high estimate. Was spent on the politics for the primaries here in Illinois. And most of that money was spent internally by the Democrats. And for the statewide offices, there was only 53% of statewide offices that were up for grabs. About 50% were uncontested, meaning there was no other opponent. How did you spend that much money? It's weird, and then they celebrate. I just seen a post by Alexi Junilis. Now I'm back to work. He didn't even have an opponent. I'm back to work. Like, what do you mean back to work? You didn't have an opponent. Like, did you give up the day's pay? I mean, we gotta check all those. Did they give up a day's pay to do politics? And the guy's got a weird post. I should find it and show it to you guys. It's so weird. That guy is a weirdo. And then, you know, here, right here, this one. Right here, look at that. That's Julius's post. Honored, grateful, fired up, back on the trail today as the Democratic nominee for the Illinois Secretary of State. He didn't have an opponent. He didn't have an opponent. What is he talking about? Think about this. Those are the people of social justice. The voice. Right? Treatment. Inclusion. Openness. Transparency. 50% of the offices were not contested. There was a 25%, that's the high end, 25% voter participation. They said that maybe we might get up to 400, a little over 400,000 voters in Chicago out of 1.3 million. 25%. So you had 25% of the people voting on 50% of the offices. That's, you know how low that is if you do extrapolate out the math? Who's a good mathematician there? So you had 25% of the voters voting for 50% of the offices. That was the only ones that were contested. Do the math. That's not even, where are we at? Like 15% participation in offices? Because you got to subtract, right? The 25% has to be subtracted from the 50% because 50% didn't run or there wasn't an opposition. So we're like down into tens maybe of democracy. I should invent something like that. The democracy scale. Where are we at? You know what I mean? It's bizarre. And then when you have these cases like the one where Dan Bliss was running for Jan Sikowski's page, that's what one guy said before the election. He goes, yeah, they're all the same. There's no differences in them. So what are we voting for? You're voting for, it doesn't matter who wins, it's the same person. You kind of get what I'm saying? I don't know how to say that. It's like there isn't really a choice. You got 9 people, but there isn't a choice because they're all the same. They load it up, and 1 or 2 is different. One has blue hair, one has red hair. One is this. One drives a foreign car, one drives in a domestic car. You know, that's the differences. There's no real differences there. So it's kind of a strange thing, right? Where we're at in Chicago, and it's a very dangerous, because I've been warning people about this. I worked at the teachers union, so I know what they do and how they plan, how they win elections, how they organize. And when people said today, oh, the union did bad, there's a guy, and I watch him, Austin Berg. He's a good guy on Twitter. He works with WirePoint's Illinois Policy Institute. That Tim Dombrowski, who lost to Bailey, he was part of WirePoint's in Illinois Policy Institute. They do statistical analysis and they do statistics to fight bad government, right? Corruption. That's their thing. I did that before. So I took over the teachers union that way. You see all the cops there? I don't know what they're watching. See the cops right there? They're all standing there in the corner there. See that there? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 cops there. See them there standing there? See the 4 cops right there? I don't know. I think they should be like where the drug addicts are. And I mean, there is a lot of drug addicts here. I shouldn't say that. But you know what I mean? Where there's high crime. But, oh, I forgot. There is high crime here. You know, there was armed robberies here in the daytime. Monday. Right here, in this area, right here at 4:30 or 4 or something. I just missed it. I was down on the South Loop. I didn't know it. I didn't hear it on the radio. I got to put it on there. There was armed robberies here with rifles at 4:30. So the crime is off the charts. The way they dissipating the data is what I'm learning now from others. And what I've been talking about for almost 3 years. They used to laugh at me when I used to take pictures of the sheriffs and the state police in downtown. I said, what's the sheriff and the state police doing in downtown Chicago? Oh, you're stupid. You're stupid. People used to say, you're stupid. I said, what do you mean I'm stupid? Oh, that's their job. I said, no, it ain't. This is Chicago. We have our own police force. They can do whatever they want. Now I'm learning is that when the sheriffs or the Illinois State Police do the case, it's not on Chicago's books. It's like the Forest Park quadruple murder, right? That happened on a CTA. CTA is Chicago property. Trains have always been CTA property. So that's the jurisdiction of Chicago. Yet, they gave it to Forest Park. So those are 4 homicides that weren't on Chicago's books. And that's how they did it. Because what I'm talking about now is there's a shooting down 123rd and Halston. I guess the gas station down there is in Cal City. So even though there was a big fight and it was on Chicago Police Radio. It was on, I heard it. It was on Chicago Police Radio. It ended up being a suburban crime. Even though there was a fight there with Chicago Police. So, how does they get into the bigger picture, the political talk that I was talking about earlier? These guys barely had an last, man, so that's 4, and then we got another 4 there, so that's 8 already. See that there? There's another 4 right there. See that there? So how are they going to stop carjackers with rifles? Are those guys going to stop those guys? I guess they didn't, because they robbed a bunch of people Monday. See that there? They're right over there. See that there? So that's 8 that we've seen so far, right? I haven't even looked on the other side. I'm keeping track. Right there you go. That's 8 cops right there, right? There was 4 on that other corner, 4 there. They're just standing around. I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing? Waiting for crime? I don't know. Shouldn't you be like looking for crime? Like walking around, looking around. If you're on drugs or drinking or you're hanging around or being a vagrant, shouldn't you like kick them out? I guess. So, back to the bigger picture. This is the bigger thing that I got out of yesterday's election.
386 boy. 786 boy. Your numbers for Jack Blue Line. Yep, it's 08784.
Yeah, somebody, a white dude out of the suburbs threatened him by the phone. Like, whatever. I mean, they threaten everybody, right? But here's the bigger picture from yesterday's politics. And what part of it is I was disappointed with the Republicans. I said this yesterday. That they didn't have candidates. I mean, half the offices were empty. Like, so you asking us to vote for you guys and you can't even fill a slate. And that's not a good thing. I learned that a long time ago. If a party can't fill the number of seats available to fight the other side, then that's a bad group. Because they can't organize just to get the minimum on, right? And that's not a good thing. So that's why I was disappointed, because I pulled the Republican ballot. There's another 3, so that's 11. 4 and 4 and 3. That's 11 cops we've seen so far, right? There you go. Right? So that was disappointed in that. But the bigger thing that I got is the money, the spending of the money. Why are you spending $150 million? I can't figure it out. And you have those many uncontested seats. It's weird, right? So the only thing I thought about is the way I wrote it today is that they're paying themselves. It's like a self-gratuity, right? They're paying themselves. It's like, I don't know what you call it, feeding themselves, right? So they get all this money from the donors, from campaigns, from unions, mostly union money, public sector money, right? Contractor money, and then it goes to political workers. Whether it's contested or not, I don't know, but that's what they're doing, and that's what I noticed. And then at the end of the night, they're celebrating, and it's like, man, how can you celebrate when you only had 25% turnout? Well, you celebrate because you won, right? And that's how you won. They didn't win like Harold Washington. Harold Washington won by getting new voters, right? He registered new voters. He energized new voters. He got new voters to vote. And that's how he won. I mean, that's kind of how Trump won twice. I mean, Trump won twice. You got to say that. He won twice. He was convicted in the middle of that stuff. So think about it. He won once, and he lost, and he got convicted, or he got convicted and he lost. And then after being convicted, he won again. And that's because of organizing. He didn't really have a big ground game. He spent some money. But he wasn't in every state. I don't think he had every state. So the idea that you need a person in every precinct doesn't count anymore. And you just need them in the right precincts, especially on a national scale. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is this. We had a bunch of people yesterday that are going to be probably in control of our government for the next 4 years.
And if everyone's in the area, North and Clybourne, red line on the southbound platform, they got a male, car number 5654, who's requesting EMS, and he won't say what for. COC is rolling, nothing further.
That are going to be in power for the next 4 years.
Owen Sam, that train has continued from North and Clyburn to southbound. Is there any updates on the ticket, or did that individual get off? No, there's not. Okay, yeah, Fire's ticket says the same thing. He was on board that train.
There you go. Overdose, whatever it is, the homelessness, right? So we're going to have these people who spent $150 million. $150 million, that's a lot of money. And then they celebrated at night that they won. You just seen Janulius. I worked so hard, now I'm back to work. Like, what, dude? You didn't even have an opponent. What's wrong with you, dude? Are you crazy? I don't think did Janulius have an opponent? Am I mistaken? Am I mistalking like I did yesterday? Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna put it in my Google.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, the male was assisted off of that South Country.
Did Alexi Janulius have an opponent?
Like a purplish hoodie. He's with the CTA attendant there on the platform. All right, 7-4. That is 08853. 99.
I'm trying to double check this Janulius stuff, right? I don't think he had an opponent.
787. Sent for Howard at Redline Upper. Yeah, 08860.
Charlie.
788.
Bid number 69 red.
Yep, 08867.
I got it. Yeah, Janulius didn't have an opponent. So, I guess what I'm getting to is, we have a bunch of people that spent $150 million. And half of the seats weren't contested, celebrating they won.
783.
Let's check Ashton.
And now, they're going to be running the state for the next 4 years. That's extremely dangerous. To me, that's dangerous. Because they clearly now believe they can do whatever they want. They can suppress the vote, right? When you have 25% voting, that's suppression. When you have 50% of the offices being contested, that's suppression, right? And then you say, well, look, no, this is how you get it. 'Cause, look, I was inside the union and we analyzed these numbers. This is how you see those numbers. People don't care, so we can do whatever we want. Our people voted us in, our group, right? That's how the CTU would think of it this way. Right? If only 25% of the people voted, that means the people that voted mostly voted for their own people, right? So that means no one else cares what you do. So you can do whatever you want. That's what that means. That's what that means. There was a article by this Austin Berg, and he said the CTU ran 13 candidates and 7 won and 6 lost. He said they lost. I said, no, they didn't. They won. They won big. If they would have lost all 13 races they were involved in, they would have still won. You know why? Because they're on the ballot. They're on the ballot and you have name recognition. That's why. See, if you understand politics and you ran politics in Chicago, the hardest thing to do in Chicago is get on the ballot. Even if you get on the ballot, they can throw you off the ballot. I've been part of campaigns. I was a campaign manager for a guy 2 cycles. All legal signatures, they can still throw you off the ballot. If you don't have enough money to contest it, you're not going to do anything, right? That's the point I'm trying to say here. So there's a way that they run elections in Cook County and in the state where it's very difficult even to get on the ballot. So once you're on the ballot, it's pretty easy for you to win, right? The second part of it is if you're an incumbent and on the ballot, you're most likely never going to be out of office unless you go to prison. Jesse Jackson Jr. tried to run again. He only got 20 or 30% last night. So people weren't in that. I thought maybe he would win a last push, but it looks like people don't think he's redeemed himself or had enough redemption yet, right? And that's on him. If he wants to run again, he can run again. But he never really explained himself, what he did. Junior, what he said is, I was mentally ill. That's why I did what I did. And that's it. I mean, he's never... If you do something bad, there's 2 parts of it, right? You admit what you did. And as you admit what you did, you explain why you did it. And the second part of that is... So there's 2 parts of redeeming yourself, right? Especially if you're a crooked politician, if you did something. You say what you did, and part of saying what you did is you say why you did it. And the second part of it is contrition, right? Is to say you're sorry, right? And how you're gonna make amends, right? And I don't think I ever heard of that from Junior. He might have said, I stole stuff, but I was sick. I don't even remember him talking about the second part, how he's going to make it right. I'm sure he had some fines and some prison time, which he did, and he finished. But, yeah, he never did that second part, and that's an important part to do, right? All right, we're in downtown now. We're in the loop. We're going to listen to the local news. It's 4:30 now. And then we might do some radio calls. We'll check what the crime's going on. I think tonight is my movie night. I saw your guy feeding the homeless. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, why are we doing that? Why aren't the city doing that, right? We got to work on the housing thing. That's what I really want to work on. I've got so many ideas that I want to do, and I got some articles that I'm working on, some research stuff. But I think the last thing I really want to do is try to tackle this homeless. I'm an educator, and my background is in vocational ed. So I can go both ways, jobs or construction, right? Fixing things. I'm thinking if I can put the 2 together towards the end, then I would like to do it in the next 20 to 30 years towards the end, right? I'm at the end of my life, right? I'm at 58, so I got 20 to 30 years to go. I got maybe 10 or 15 productive years to go if I get myself in shape. So that's what I want to do. All right, let's listen to the local news.
This is Andy Dane. A downtown building may be getting a new tenant next year, but it's not getting a new name.
Plus, the U.S. targets Iranian missile sites, threatening international shipping lanes in the Strait of Hormuz. In business,
some pretty big losses on Wall Street today and a lot of worries about the war and rising inflation. The Dow down 769 points, the Nasdaq down 327, the S&P lower by 91. I'm Tom Busby at Bloomberg.
Sunny, 44 degrees at 4:31. The news continues, sponsored by the Chicago Bar Association. Illinois Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton, the winner in the Democratic primary for U.S. Senator last night, was out this morning shaking hands with commuters looking ahead to November's general election.
Remember Juliana Stratton's F Trump ad, the words spoken by a series of people, including Senator Tammy Duckworth? That kind of thing hit a sweet spot, she believes, connecting with voters who are fed up.
I think that frustration is something that has been not just frustration, anger. I think people want to see new ideas, they want new perspectives, and they want new energy, and they want people who understand Donald Trump is not a normal president. So why are we still operating with business as usual? He has an authoritarian agenda. He's a wannabe dictator, and we need to be ready to stand up. And that, I think, is what resonated.
Stratton made the remarks at Union Station. She will face Republican Don Tracy, a former state party chairman, in the general election in November. Outside Union Station, Mike Krauser, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson has officially backtracked on his plan to bar federal immigration agents from areas around polling places in the city.
The mayor scheduled and then canceled a special city council meeting last week to take up his plan to set up 100-foot buffer areas called democracy zones around polling places. It was the centerpiece of a package named for the Reverend Jesse Jackson, but Alderman raised concerns that other agencies had not vetted the plan and that it wasn't clear the city has the authority to bar federal agents from carrying out their legal duties. We've now seen the new version of the Reverend Jesse Jackson Fair Access to Democracy Ordinance, which does not include those buffer zones, but would set up a working group to examine issues around voter access and participation, including the activities of federal agents. It would also ban the doxing of poll workers and require landlords to provide secure mailboxes to tenants. It's now headed to committee. We're at City Hall. Jeff Bartels, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Downtown office building will get a new tenant next year, but not a new name.
The Thompson Center will still be called the Thompson Center, even after Google moves in next year. Leaders with the tech company tell Block Club Chicago they intend to honor the legacy of the building and former Governor James R. Thompson by keeping the name in place. Google purchased the building for over $100 million back in 2022. Renovation began in 2024 and is expected to carry into 2027. Though the tech giant intends to be moved in by next year. About 60,000 square feet of office and retail space is now available for lease inside of the Loop facility. Andy Day, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
4:33 now to the latest on Iran. U.S. Central Command says the U.S. is targeting Iranian missile sites that pose a risk to international shipping in the Strait of Hormuz.
CENTCOM says American bombers dropped multiple 5,000-pound deep penetrator munitions on hardened Iranian missile sites. CBS News military analyst Jeff McCausland.
What the Iranians have done is using the mountainous terrain to build storage areas for ballistic anti-ship missiles, probably deep tunnels that they could then bring the missile out, launch it against ships while protecting the balance of the weapons in between.
International arbitration attorney Mahmoud Abu Wasil says the shipping disruptions could soon impact grocery stores.
Synthetic fertilizers spiked by 30%.
Jesse Mitchell, CBS News.
4:34. Meantime, the nation's top international officials and intelligence officials are testifying before the Senate Intelligence Committee about national security threats. Virginia Democrat Mark Warner asked Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard why she didn't read the part of her prepared remarks that said Iran has made no efforts to rebuild its nuclear enrichment capabilities.
Was that because the president said there was an imminent threat 2 weeks?
No, sir, I recognize that the time was running long, and I skipped through some of the portions.
So you chose to take
my oral delivered remarks.
You chose to omit the parts that contradict the president.
Apart from Iran, Gabbard was pressed on her presence at an FBI search of an election hub in Fulton County, Georgia, back in January. And all the while, President Trump's pick to head Homeland Security, also urging lawmakers to end a partisan divide and return funding for the department.
Appearing before fellow senators at his confirmation hearing, Oklahoma's Mark Wayne Mullen says the political theater over DHS's weeks-long funding lapse must end.
What we do know is that we're playing with fire.
The president tabbed Mullen to lead DHS after turmoil under Kristi Noem's leadership.
My goal in 6 months is that we're not in the lead story every single day.
Mullen is a staunch Trump ally who would be entrusted with carrying out the president's mass deportation effort. Sagar Meghani, Washington.
And the House committee ordered Attorney General Pam Bondi this week to testify under oath about the release of the documents linked to the Jeffrey Epstein files.
The Justice Department says this subpoena is completely unnecessary since the Attorney General is already planning to brief lawmakers later today on the Epstein matter. Still, the House Oversight Committee held a bipartisan vote this month to depose Pam Bondi under oath on April 14th. Lawmakers don't just want a private briefing, they want sworn testimony.
CBS's Nicole Killian, the committee says it wants to make sure that the Justice Department releases all of its files on Epstein as required by law. Coming up in a minute, low gas prices, traffic, and weather together. It's 4:36.
Spring can be a tricky season weather-wise, but new windows from Window Nation can keep your home comfortable no matter the weather. Plus, in March, the more you buy, the more you can save, up to 50% off all window styles. Let them know Josh or News Radio sent you at windownation.com. Get a free consultation today.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time.
Democracy zone. Democracy zone means you can't independently verify and make sure that the people that are running stuff are doing things legally. That's what the democracy zone means. When you have 25%, imagine you have 25% turnout for 50% of the offices. That ain't democracy, that's oppression. That's oppression. And then you have 15 people running for Jen Schakowsky's seat and they're all the same. Why did they run all those candidates? That's to make sure they win. That was the point. That's not splitting the vote. That's beyond splitting the vote. That's saturation. That's what that's called. You saturate an office. Every one of those people, no matter who won, they would be in, right? Jan Schakowsky's seat, right? So that's how this goes. And these are all tactics. What I should do is write a article. Maybe I'll go over it Saturday. Because all of these things have been studied over the years. This is nothing new. Where you run 10 candidates for one office and they're all from the same party. That's I believe it's called saturation. I don't know what it's called. They have separate names, right? They're splitting the vote. As I talked about this day, where they use the same name. There's beyond just the negative tactics. There's actually assertive, concerted, intentional tactics to win elections, and it's bad, right? I mean, if they do that, you don't even notice some of this stuff the way they do it, unless you've done it before. Right? I'm not saying I engaged in any of that stuff. I never have, but let's just say I understand it, right? So that's what it is. I think we're gonna listen to some radio calls. There's a big fight that happened on the Red Line just an hour ago. There was a lady in the Douglas Park Lagoon wanted for battery. The Marine units just pulled her out. Well, why don't we listen to some radio calls, see what's going on. We're going to figure out where we go. I don't know where we're going to end up today, but we'll see where we go, right? Let's put on some radio calls, right? We'll go back about a half hour. We're going to Crime is Down. We'll listen to some radio calls and see what's going on.
7383 Charlie.
7386.
7386.
That's well, I'll get a number for Roosevelt Red Line. CTA Plus.
Yep, that's 08655.
Say anything.
7387 Adam.
787 Adam.
Number for Howard Lower.
Okay, that is 08675.
I think I'm gonna get a
7397 Charlie.
I gotta get a car wash somewhere, so that's what I gotta do today.
And for it.
7383 Frank.
78 Frank.
The VIN number for a bus ride is going to be bus number 8465. It's going to be 79th Cottage to the Red Line.
Okay, that is 08698.
7383 boy.
7383 boy.
Platform check 79th Red Line.
Yeah, that's good. going to be 08721. I'm there, 87 Charlie.
Line on here, please.
Yep, that is 08754.
Units into the citywide, a person with a gun, 5600 South Michigan, 5600 South Michigan. Car has a male flashing gun at her in a gray Range Rover, Charlie John 88244. Nothing further than that.
7386 boy.
7386 boy.
Your numbers for Jack Blue Line.
Yep, that's 08794. And if everyone's in the area, North and Clybourne, red line on the southbound platform. They got a male, car number 5654, who's requesting EMS, and he won't say what for. So he is rolling, nothing further.
Someone's saying that train has continued from North and Clybourne to southbound. Is there any updates to the ticket, or did that individual get off?
No, there's not. Okay, yeah, Fire's ticket says the same thing. He was on board that train.
Sam?
Go ahead.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, the male was assisted off of that southbound train. He's on the bench now. Looks like a purplish hoodie. He's with the CTA attendant there on the platform.
All right, 7-4.
7362.
7362, go ahead.
Yeah, that's for the Roosevelt red line pickup.
That is 08853.
99. 7387 Adam.
787 M.
For Howard at red line upper.
Yeah, 08860.
7383 Charlie.
788.
Somebody VIN number 69 red.
Yep, 08867.
738 Henry.
738 Henry.
Let's check Ashton 55 northbound.
And for 08876.
7386 Charlie.
86.
7386 Charlie.
786 Charlie.
And please get an event number, Clarkville Lake, Blue Line, 191 North Wells.
Yeah, that's 08884.
5700 Adam.
5700 Adam.
Yeah, if the helicopter isn't listening, northbound I-94 at 79th Street is a stolen silver Honda Accord. Charles Frank 22015. Northbound on State from route.
That's right here.
Northbound State from route.
That's right here.
Bound 41st.
Bound 41.
Let me pull over. Figure out. They're right here. They're right next to us. They're right here. That might be going to the Dearborn homes.
Charlie, send mileage at emergency, please.
It's right here. That stolen car is right here. Root's right here.
Eastbound 401 through Calumet.
Eastbound 41 through Calumet.
It's right here. I told you. We should keep going. Shit. They're right here. The stolen car is right in front of us. It's right there. I know where they're going. They're going to the Dearborn homes. Stolen car riding around in the Bronzeville area. South
Northbound
Loop.
Vincennes from 41.
Northbound Vincennes from 41.
That's right here, right? Right there somewhere. Let's replay that out and I'll post it, right? I want to know what car they're going, so I'm gonna pull over right here. They're right there. They're right here. Trust me.
Found Oakwood Boulevard from Vincent.
Oakwood, right here.
Found Oakwood from Vincent.
You know where Oakwood
I
is?
got 2 Balin. They're running into 554 East Oakwood Boulevard.
554 East Oakwood, 2 out and running inside.
10-4, they made it inside.
They made it inside. 10-4, 544 East Oakwood.
He's exiting at 43rd. 7386 boy.
86 boy.
Christopher Jackson Blue.
Yeah, that's 0913.
It's right here.
He's still northbound through 59 local lanes.
Northbound Ryan through 59 in the locals. 10-4.
7383 Frank.
7383 Frank, stand by 1 second. 59 northbound.
Exited after 83. Nope, he got back on. Southbound Michigan through 82. Never mind. Going westbound 82. 7383 Adam.
7383 Adam.
Push for 96 in the red line.
09047.
383 boy.
783 boy.
Line check, platform 79th Street.
Okay, it's 09051. Alright, hold on. 6th District making contact. 77 Wabash.
10-4, he's reversing eastbound on 77 from Wabash.
Reversing, use caution, reversing.
Southbound Michigan now from 77.
Southbound Michigan from 77 now. Use caution and trying to reverse into the units over there. Be careful, guys.
Here, southbound Michigan through 79.
Southbound Michigan through 79, 10-4.
Southbound Michigan through 82. Never mind. Going westbound 82 from Michigan.
Westbound 82 from Michigan.
Northbound, oh, he's flipping around. Going back southbound on state from 82.
Southbound state from 82. You may be trying to get to the Ryan.
Westbound 83rd.
Westbound 83rd now from state.
Southbound Lafayette now.
Southbound 83 in Lafayette. Alright, he did not get on the Ryan from what we can tell here. Yeah, no, he's going to get traffic here. 87 in Lafayette, he's going to hit traffic. Alright, passenger is going to be an M1 wearing a purple shirt. The driver's with an M unknown wearing a black shirt. Going to be eastbound 87.
Going eastbound 87.
Eastbound 87 now.
Back northbound state.
Northbound state from 87.
Like he's jumping back on the Ryan.
Alright, we're going to be on the Ryan now. Northbound on the Ryan from 87th Street.
And northbound through 83.
Northbound Dan Ryan through 83rd.
Exited after 83. Nope, he got back on.
Alright, check this out. He's going to continue northbound now. On the Dan Ryan.
87 Charlie David.
7387 Charlie David.
Oakwood's up here. That's where we're going. Where they dumped the car.
Alright, they're northbound on the Dan Ryan.
On Ryan through 75.
Alright, we're through 75. Northbound Dan Ryan through 75. Again, this is going to be a silver Honda Accord, plate of Charlie Frank 22015. It's a straight steel. Use caution driving erratically and did reverse on officers.
So northbound through 69.
Northbound on the Ryan through 69. 3215.
15, I got it.
Thank you.
7386 boy.
86 boy.
Christopher Jackson Blue.
Yeah, that's 09133.
Alright, he's still northbound through 59 local lanes.
Northbound Ryan through 59 in the locals. 10-4.
7383 Frank.
7383 Frank, stand by 1 second. 59 northbound Ryan local lane.
Still northbound local lane through 51.
Alright, that's the 51, still local.
Northbound Route 47.
Pass the 47.
Alright, he's exiting at 43rd.
That's where we're heading, right?
Exit 43rd Street.
They dumped it at 41st and Oakwood.
Northbound LaSalle, approaching route right now.
Alright, northbound LaSalle approaching route.
Going eastbound on route.
Eastbound on route.
Northbound on state from route.
Northbound state from route.
Eastbound 41st.
Eastbound 41.
7383 Charlie.
Charlie, stand by the Chevy emergency, please.
So eastbound 41 through Calumet.
Eastbound 41 to Calumet.
Going northbound Vincennes from 41.
Northbound Vincennes from 41.
Eastbound Oakwood Boulevard from Vincennes.
Eastbound Oakwood from Vincennes.
Up and I got 2 bailing. They're running into 554 East Oakwood Boulevard.
554 East Oakwood, 2 out and running inside.
10-4, they made it inside.
They made it inside. 10-4, 544 East Oakwood. Alright, Charlie 1, if you want to just keep an eye on the car, we do have a 2nd District unit coming to take care of it.
10-4, we'll stay in the area. Those units on the ground, they went into that first door right in front of that car, in front of where they left it.
Yeah.
We're making entry into that apartment. What's the description?
Charlie 1, you got any descriptions?
No, they were blocked by the trees when they ran in, so we just saw dark colored clothing.
Alright, 10-4, when we saw them on pods, it was either a male one or female one, we couldn't quite tell, with a purple top. And then the driver was wearing all black, no further.
Yeah, that middle door out of the 3 doors is the one they went in.
So we're
starting.
starting.
Into the middle of the 3 doors, that far.
And they're all over the place here. You see those cops?
H1, good afternoon.
See those cops?
Alright, well.
7383
Bailed and ran into the building here.
Yeah, it's cleared out. Thanks for waiting. Go ahead.
10-4, can I have an agent number 69 red?
Absolutely. That is 09216.
10-4, thanks.
7-3.
We're going over there. It's right here somewhere.
Mr. David.
Look, can I get a CTA red line check? 7.
Yep, that's
So
092.
we're starting off with a stolen car again today, huh?
7-3-6 George.
786 George.
I get some numbers for bus rides, Roosevelt and St. Louis, westbound.
That's where we're heading.
556.
It's right over here, right?
Yep, it's 09228.
7-3, 86 Adam.
You know what's 86 Adam, I heard you. Go ahead.
Can we get the event number for lunch at 1310 South Wabash?
Absolutely, that's 09232. And then I had another unit coming in.
7383 Frank.
Go ahead, Frank.
The number for a bus ride is going to be bus number 13. Those units on the ground, they went into that first door right in front of that car, in front of where they left it.
Yeah.
We're making it.
And that was a Honda Civic, they said, right? A silver Honda Civic?
Yeah, it's cleared out. Thanks for waiting. Go ahead.
So that's what we're looking for, a silver Honda Civic.
Absolutely. That is 09216.
10-4, thanks.
7383 David.
7 Mr. David.
That's 41st right here.
7.
Yep, that's 09223.
SubX.News Live. Second day in a row. See, the cops were all over, right? See that? So think about it. They were driving around here with a stolen car, and there's schools here.
St. Louis.
They're not nice, I'm telling you. Those guys aren't nice. You seen the video we posted from McKinley Park today. These guys smash cars. They don't care about people. They're not nice people. They're not. And they all call themselves rappers. They're not rappers. They're gangbangers, okay? Remember that. They're gangbanging criminals. That's it. You know, that's it.
Absolutely. That's 09232. And then I had another unit coming in.
7383 Frank.
Go ahead, Frank.
The number for a bus ride is going to be bus number 1.
There's the helicopter right up there, right?
Westbound on 79.
That's the police helicopter right there. You see him right there?
Right.
There you go, right?
09239.
They're looking from the right here somewhere, right?
Charlie, when the citywide, if we got here to the area, they can break off. We were reviewing the video. Looks like they threw something from the vehicle when they were northbound on the Dan Ryan, right before 5-1 in the local lane 3 or 4. Something they threw out the window if they want to check it out.
They dumped a gun, right?
Alright, 10-4.
That's
David. 7353?
41st and Oakwood. That's where we got to get to, right?
Okay, 83 Henry, I heard you. And then the other unit coming in?
Did you repeat what PH just broke?
Yeah, 10-4. It's going to be northbound on the Dan Ryan just before 5-1 in the local lanes, approximately lane 3 or 4. They threw something out. If anyone could just check over there.
Probably a gun.
409 Eddie, we're right around the corner. We're going to check it out for you.
There's the helicopter right there. See that? There. SubX.News live. See that?
7386 Charlie.
786 Charlie.
They're looking for him right now, right here, right?
191 North 12.
There's an active scene right now, right here.
9287.
3 of them, right? Honda Civic, right? That's what he said.
7386 David.
786 David.
We get a vet number for Chicago on the red light.
Yep, that's 09302.
And the police helicopters going all around here.
M2.
Can I get a number for the South Branch?
They're searching for him. They're all right here.
09305.
Thank you.
7386 boy.
Hey, 86 boy.
For that Jackson Blue, please.
Yep, that's 09325.
3215.
3215.
Can you just put a note, 2800 north on the drive on the left lane. There's a large pothole.
The helicopter's flying all around here.
Lane, big old pothole. You got it, I'll let them know. That's him, David.
They're searching for him right there, right? See that? They're around here. They must have ran in these apartments here.
Hey, man, your boy.
And we're going towards the car right now.
Yep, 09339.
7388 Charlie and David.
88 Charlie, David.
Yes, sir. The VIN number for 63rd Street Platform, red line.
There's kids all over here.
09342.
Vincent's. I know they were driving around here. It's in Oakwood, right?
The number for a bus ride on the bus number 79.
What did he say? 50, 54, 50, 45 East Oakwood, right?
09345.
Let's see what these numbers are.
3215.
Oakwood's down this way, right?
Yeah, I got 3 vehicles that hit that pothole. Both of them are on flats right now. Would you be able to get an emergency reload here? They're on the left lane.
Alright.
7388 Adam.
I need to look up Oakwood, right? They're right here somewhere. I don't know if Oakwood. I think Oakwood's behind me. Oakwood's 39th Street, right?
Can I get a background check 63 in red?
We're too far south.
Yeah, 10-4. That is 09354.
I gotta get the right address, not like yesterday.
Right now, that street sign just north of you, that's where he threw it under.
There you go, man. They're gonna find the gun, right? Well, I say 544 East Oakwood, right? 544 East. We're in real time now. We're about a minute behind.
87 Charlie David.
87 Charlie.
We went the wrong way. We should have went north over here.
And that'll give you 09365.
I think it's still on the shoulder. It might have been drugs, a bag of dope. There's some bags sitting right there just about 10, 15 feet in front of the sign. But I don't think it made it over the barrier. It's still on the shoulder.
Some dope, baby. Looking for the dope with a microscope.
64980, Cabby.
Yeah, we copy.
All right.
4714.
4713.
Supposed to be around here somewhere.
Down the United Center for the Bulls game. The detail.
You know, as I said it, I knew who you were. Sorry, I'm really scatterbrained today. I got you.
No problem. Busy day for you.
Where's the car
There it is,
at?
brother. Thank you.
I don't see it.
7383.
Honda Civic, right?
I'm there today.
That's what we're looking for, right?
Red line check. 47 red line.
Yep, it's 09374.
That's in back of me, right? Oakwood's in back of me. I don't see no cops.
10 for.
Where are these guys, right?
Says Ivory, female, black refusal to leave, hostage, sergeant, wonderful man, black hair, black jacket, upright, is on a question.
Seven 386 David.
Hey, David.
Where the shooting was, right? Where the 12 or 13-year-old girl was shot in that park right there.
09395.
There's Oakwood. There's Oakwood here. I don't see the car, do you? This just happened. This isn't delayed. So I'm looking for it. Where is it? You guys see it anywhere? Alright, let's go back to the radio broadcast. Where did he say he dumped the car at, right? It's like looking for a needle in the haystack sometimes. So the helicopter was over there somewhere. Let's go back to the radio broadcast here, right? Where did they dump that car at, right?
So he's on 41. No, it's on Route 47.
Right here. We're gonna get to it right here, right?
He's exiting at 43rd.
And he was on Vincennes, he
I
said.
exit 43rd Street.
He's continuing straight through. He's northbound LaSalle, approaching route right now.
Alright, northbound LaSalle approaching route.
Went eastbound on route.
Eastbound on route.
Northbound on state from route.
Northbound state from route.
Eastbound 41st.
Eastbound 41.
7383 Charlie.
Charlie, stand by the Shelly emergency, please.
So eastbound 41 through Calumet.
Eastbound 41 to Calumet.
Oh, northbound Vincennes from 41.
Northbound Vincennes from 41.
Eastbound Oakwood Boulevard from Vincennes.
Eastbound Oakwood from Vincennes.
Up and I got two bailing. They're running into 554 East Oakwood Boulevard.
554 East Oakwood, 2 out and running inside.
554.
They made it inside.
554.
Made it inside. 10-4. 544 East Oakwood. Alright, Charlie 1, if you want to just keep an eye on the car, we do have a 2nd District unit coming to take care of it.
10-4, we'll stay in the area. Those units on the ground, they went into that first door right in front of that car, in front of where they left it.
Yeah.
We're making entry into that apartment. What's the description?
Charlie 1, you got any descriptions?
No, they were blocked by the trees when they ran in, so we just saw dark colored clothing.
Alright, 10-4. When we saw them on pods, it was either a male one or female one, we couldn't quite tell, with a purple top. And then the driver was wearing all black, no further.
We're right here, man. Where's your
That
time?
middle door out of the 3 doors is the one they went in. Oh, northbound Vincennes from 41.
Northbound Vincennes from 41.
Eastbound Oakwood Boulevard from Vincennes.
Eastbound Oakwood from Vincennes.
Up and I got two bailing. They're running into 554 East Oakwood Boulevard.
554 East Oakwood, 2 out and running inside.
10-4, they made it inside.
They made it inside. 10-4. 544 East Oakwood. Alright, Charlie 1, if you want to just keep an eye on the car, we do have a 2nd District unit coming to take care of it.
That's where we'll stand here.
And it was a silver Hyundai, right?
Those units on the ground, they went into that first door right in front of that car.
It, right?
In front of where they left it.
Yeah.
We're making entry into that apartment. What's the description?
Charlie 1, you got any descriptions?
No, they were blocked by the trees when they ran in, so we just saw dark colored clothing.
Alright, 10-4. When we saw them on pods, it was either a male one or female one, we couldn't quite tell, with a purple top. And then the driver was wearing all black, no further.
Yeah, that middle door out of the 3 doors is the one they went in.
Alright, went into the middle of the 3 doors, 10-4.
PH1 Citywide.
PH1, good afternoon.
I don't see him anywhere. Do you guys see him anywhere?
Alright, well.
7383 Charlie, is that air clear?
Yeah, it's clear now. Thanks for waiting. Go ahead.
10-4, can I have a VIN number 69 red?
There they are.
Absolutely.
Right,
that is 09216.
10-4, thanks.
is that them?
7383 David.
7 David.
Look, can I get a CTA route line check? 7.
Yep, that's 09223.
Oh, that's not that. That's not the silver Hyundai, right? There we go, right?
7386 George.
786 George.
I get some numbers for bus rides, Roosevelt and St. Louis.
We got somebody over here, but these aren't the guys. This is somebody else, right? There you go, right?
Yep, it's 09228.
Somebody else here, right?
7383 agency battle.
86 Adam, I heard you. Go ahead.
Can we get the event number for lunch at 1310 South Wabash?
Absolutely. That's 09232. And then I had another unit coming in.
7383 Frank.
Go ahead, Frank.
The number for a bus ride, going to be bus number 1319, westbound on 79 from Halstead to Racing.
Alright, that is 09239.
So, SubX.News on the spot reporting.
Charlie 1 to citywide. If we got any units in the area that can break off. We were reviewing the video. Looks like they threw something from the vehicle when they were northbound on the Dan Ryan.
So they were chasing a stolen car that they supposedly dumped here on Oakwood. This isn't it. Because they said they dumped it on Oakwood. This isn't the car here. I don't know if this is the same case. There's the helicopter over there. There's the helicopter over there. Oakwood, they might have dumped another car over there. There might be 2 scenes here. There's a stolen car and they ran into a house here and they're still standing over here on something else, right?
Yeah, 10-4. It's going to be northbound on the Dan Ryan.
And then the stolen car, I think it was a silver Hyundai, they dumped some drugs or some guns out, right? Yeah.
409 we're right around the corner. We're going to check it out for you.
So this is something else here, right? Because we're looking for a silver car. This is not a silver car, and I don't think it's a Hyundai. Again, there's another stolen car. I don't know what this is about. There's a stolen car somewhere on Oakwood that was dumped. And 3 guys ran into a building. Don't know what this is, if these are the same guys here, or what's going on here. Looks like they're releasing these guys here. And then we're going to go on Oakwood and try to find a silver car. SubX.News on the spot reporting. It's 5:11 p.m. March 18th. Yeah, they're releasing these guys. So it looks like something happened with the these are family members, and they called that their car was stolen because somebody took the car without permission. So that's what this is, and we're gonna go over on Oakwood and see what's going on. I don't know if that's the Hyundai or not. If that's a Hyundai, then sorry, but I thought it was a silver Hyundai, and they jumped into a building over there. So somehow that guy was in custody, and that's the family members. They came and picked up the car, and everybody's gone. So we're gonna go over to Oakwood. Yeah, see that? All those people were all in custody, all 4 of them. You see them there? They're walking away now. They were all in custody, those 4. And they just got into the car there. That's a Toyota Corolla, I believe. So SubX is on the spot reporting here. I don't know what happened here. Somebody used the car. They reported it stolen. They got it back. So it probably wasn't a stolen car. So we're going to go look for this other car that's supposedly stolen. Down on Oakwood, we're going to go over here, right? We're going to look for another car that's supposedly stolen down the street. That's where we're going, right? So that's what we're gonna do next. That's where we're heading to. So these guys got their car back, it looks like, right? So you see, it's hot. People are taking cars, right? We're gonna go to Oakwood, right? We're gonna go on the other side. I don't know if this is it or what, and I'll play that radio call for you so you can hear it, and we'll try to get that address back, right? This is the other call. We're looking for this car now. I'll play the calls for you.
We were reviewing the video. Looks like they threw something from the vehicle when they were northbound on the Dan Ryan.
We're looking for this car right now. Listen up.
So eastbound 401 through Calumet.
Eastbound 401 through Calumet.
Oh, northbound Vincennes from 41.
Northbound Vincennes from 41.
Eastbound Oakwood Boulevard from Vincennes.
Eastbound Oakwood from Vincennes.
Up and I got 2 bailing. They're running into 554 East Oakwood Boulevard.
554 East Oakwood, 2 out and running inside.
That's a Toyota Corolla. See, that ain't this car.
They made it inside. 10-4, 544 East Oakwood. Alright, Charlie 1, if you want to just keep an eye on the car, we do have a 2nd District unit coming to take care of it.
So we're going to that. This was something else.
Those units on the ground, they went into that first door right in front of that car, in front of where they left it.
Yeah.
We're making entry into that apartment. What's the description?
Charlie 1, you got any descriptions?
They were blocked by the trees when they ran in, so we just saw dark colored clothing.
Alright, 10-4. When we saw them on pods, it was either a male one or female one, we couldn't quite tell, with a purple top. And then the driver was wearing all black, no further.
Yeah, that middle door out of the 3 doors is the one they went in.
Alright, went into the middle of the 3 doors. 10-4. PH1, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We'll be on citywide 85.
Alright, well.
That's what we're looking for.
Charlie, is that air clear?
Yeah, it's clear now. Thanks for waiting. Go ahead.
10-4, can I have a VIN number 69 red?
Absolutely. That is 09216.
10-4, thanks.
Northbound MLK from 78.
Alright, the Honda.
7388, Charlie and David. Alright, it's going south on Lafayette now.
7388 Adam, and boy.
7388 Adam, boy.
CTA check 63rd front.
That's 089.
The helicopter's right there.
Boy, thank you.
7388.
The helicopter's right above us, so the car's gotta be somewhere.
Platform check, Chicago in the red light.
Yep, that's 08955.
See the helicopter?
Thank you. That 110 Marquette, that's going into the gas station on the corner there.
67 and Wentworth at the gas station, 10-4.
Going eastbound on Marquette from Wentworth now.
We're looking for the car.
Marquette from Wentworth, 10.
Alright, it's going south on Lafayette now.
South on Lafayette from Marquette.
Lafayette and 69 right now.
South on Lafayette 69, 10-4.
It's going south on Vincennes now.
Southbound Vincennes from 69 Timber.
Southbound Vincennes through 71.
Southbound Vincennes through 71, 10-4.
Southbound Vincennes, approach at 75.
Southbound Vincennes, approach at 75. Again, this is for the silver Honda Accord, Charlie Frank, 22015. Charlie Frank, 22015.
Charlie Frank 22015.
Now through Wentworth.
Alright.
Eastbound 75 through Wentworth. Yeah, we got him.
Yes, let's go in first.
Charlie Frank 2275, right? Is that what he said? That's what we're looking for, right?
Southbound Vincennes through 71.
Southbound Vincennes through 71, 10-4.
Southbound Vincennes, approach at 75.
Southbound Vincennes, approach at 75. Again, this is for the silver Honda Accord, Charlie Frank, 22015. Charlie Frank, 22015.
10-4 is eastbound on 75 now through Wentworth.
Eastbound 75 through Wentworth. Yeah, we got him on camera now. It does have a sunroof. Hard to tell, though, with the tits. There does appear to be at least 2 occupants.
Continuing eastbound 75 through State.
Eastbound 75 through State, 10-4.
Going southbound and Indiana from 75.
Southbound Indiana from 75.
What zone is that?
Zone 8 now.
Still southbound Indiana through 77.
Yeah, we got him on camera now. It does have a sunroof. Hard to tell, though, with the tits. There does appear to be at least 2 occupants.
Southbound Vincennes, approach at 75.
Southbound Vincennes, approach at 75. Again, this is for the silver Honda Accord, Charlie Frank, 22015. Charlie Frank, 22015.
10-4 is eastbound on 75 now through Wentworth.
So we're looking for a silver Honda Accord. I can't find it for some reason, right? It said it was on
Oakwood. We got him on
Oakwood.
camera now. It does have a sunroof. Hard to tell, though, with the tits. There does appear to be at least 2 occupants.
Continuing eastbound 75 through State.
The helicopter's in back of
Eastbound
me.
75 through State, 10-4.
Going southbound and Indiana from 75.
Southbound Indiana from 75.
What zone is that?
Zone 8 now.
Still southbound Indiana through 77.
Southbound Indiana through 77.
On eastbound 78 now from Indiana.
Eastbound 78 through Indiana.
Northbound MLK from 78.
Alright, the Honda Accord, northbound King Drive from 78.
Go back westbound 76 from MLK.
Westbound 76 in King.
Going southbound Wabash from 76.
Southbound 76 in Wabash now for the Honda Accord.
7383 Adam.
783 Adam.
Push for 96 in Redline.
09047.
So they went on Vincennes, and they said they dumped it somewhere here. So whether it's in the alley or where, we don't know.
Okay, it's 09051. Alright, hold on. 6th District making contact. 77 Wabash.
10-4, he's reversing eastbound on 77 from Wabash.
It's Oakwood.
Reversing, use caution, reversing.
Southbound Michigan now from 77.
Southbound Michigan from 77 now. Use caution, trying to reverse into the units over there. Be careful, guys.
They said they dumped it here somewhere. Unless it's
There's
that one
southbound
right
Michigan
there.
through 79.
CF,
Southbound
right?
Michigan through 79, Temper.
Southbound Michigan through 82, never mind. Going westbound 82 from Michigan.
Westbound 82 from Michigan.
Northbound, oh, he's flipping around. Go back southbound on State from 82.
Southbound State from 82. You may be trying to get to the right.
Westbound 83rd.
Westbound 83rd now from State.
Southbound Lafayette now.
Well, they're in that alley back there.
Lafayette.
Let's go take a look, right?
Alright, he did not get on the ride from what we can tell here. Yeah, no, he's going to get traffic here. 87 in Lafayette, he's going to hit traffic. Alright, passenger is going to be an M1 wearing a purple shirt. The driver's with an M unknown wearing a black shirt. Going to be eastbound 87.
Going eastbound 87.
Eastbound 87 now.
Back northbound State.
Northbound State from 87.
But you jump back on the Ryan.
Alright, we're going to be on the Ryan now. Northbound on the Ryan from 87th Street.
And northbound through 83.
Northbound Dan Ryan through 83rd.
Exited after 83. Nope, he got back on.
Alright, check this out. He's going to continue northbound now. On the Dan Ryan.
87 Charlie Dave.
Honda Accord, that's what we're looking for, right? CF 22015.
Yep, that's 09116.
Oakwood's
Alright,
to
they're
the
northbound
north.
on the Dan Ryan.
On Ryan, through 75.
Alright, we're through 75. Northbound Dan Ryan through 75. Again, this is going to be a silver Honda Accord, plate of Charlie Frank 22015. It's a straight steel. Use caution driving erratically and did reverse at officers.
So northbound through 69.
Northbound on the Ryan through 69. 3215.
I don't know if they picked up the car that quick. I don't know what they did.
7386 boy.
86 boy.
Christopher Jackson Blue.
Yeah, that's 09133.
Alright, he's still northbound through 59, local lanes.
Northbound Ryan through 59 in the locals, 10-4.
7383 Frank.
7383 Frank, stand by 1 second. 59 northbound Ryan local lane.
Don't see it, do you guys?
Still northbound local lane through 51.
Alright, pass the 51, still local.
We're looking for a stolen car right now. A Honda Silver Accord. CF 22015.
43rd.
Supposed to be they dumped the car somewhere.
43rd Street.
He's continuing straight through. He's northbound LaSalle, approaching route right now.
So they went this way.
Alright, northbound LaSalle approaching route.
Went eastbound on route.
They went right here.
Eastbound on route.
Northbound on State from route.
Northbound State from route.
Eastbound 41st.
Right here somewhere they dumped the car, right?
7383 Charlie.
Charlie, stand by, let's have an emergency, please.
So eastbound 401 through Calumet.
Right here, they dumped the car supposedly right here, in this building right here, right? But I don't see it.
From 41.
Right here, Vincennes.
41.
Vincennes, and this is Oakwood.
Down Oakwood Boulevard.
Into that building they ran into, but you see no cops.
Up and I got 2 Balin. They're running into 554 East Oakwood Boulevard.
554 East Oakwood, 2 out and running inside.
10-4, they made it inside.
That's that building.
They made it inside. 10-4, 544 East Oakwood. Alright, Charlie 1, if you want to just keep an eye on the car, we do have a 2nd District unit coming to take care of it.
10-4, we'll stay in the area. Those units on the ground, they went into that first door right in front of that car, in front of where they left it.
Yeah.
We're making entry into that apartment. What's the description?
Charlie 1, you got any descriptions?
No, they were blocked by the trees when they ran in, so we just saw dark colored clothing.
Alright, 10-4. When we saw them on pads, it was either a male one or female one, we couldn't quite tell, with a purple top. And then the driver was wearing all black, no further.
Yeah, that middle door out of the 3 doors is the one they went in.
Alright, went into the middle of the 3 doors. 10-4.
But there's no cops out here, man.
PH1, good afternoon.
I guess, I don't know, man. They already cleaned it up.
All right, well,
that's pretty fast. I don't know how we missed it. We were here on time.
Charlie, is the air clear?
Yeah, it's cleared out. Thanks for waiting. Go ahead.
Looks like that's the building there. It's strange.
Absolutely. That is 09216.
Really strange that I can't find it.
7383 David.
7 David.
I'm not going to get a CTA red line check. 7.
Yep, that's 09223.
It's that back building there.
7386 George.
786 George.
Oh well.
Numbers for bus rides.
That's the
Roosevelt
way life
and
goes.
St. Louis. Westbound. 8556.
On to the next case, right?
09228.
73 86 Adam.
Do you know what's 86 Adam? I heard you. Go ahead.
Can we get the event number for lunch at 1310 South Warman?
Absolutely. That's 092.
This Oakwood, we're gonna go a little down there. Maybe it's over this way. We'll check this way, and then we'll come back and we'll call this one. CF, right? That's what we're looking for. A silver car that says CF. Oh, they stole a car and dumped it here somewhere. That's what we're looking for. Looks like it's back there, but we can't find the car. That's what we're looking for, the car right now.
Break off. We were reviewing the video. Looks like they threw something from the vehicle when they were northbound on the Dan Ryan, right before 5-1 in the local lane 3 or 4. Something they threw out the window if they want to check it out.
That's the car we're looking for right now. They threw out some drugs or a gun on the highway.
7353?
60.
Okay, 83 Henry, I heard you. And then the other unit coming in?
We're on Oakwood Boulevard.
Yeah, 10-4. It's going to be northbound on the Dan Ryan just before 5-1. In the local lanes, approximately lane 3 or 4. They threw something out. If anyone could just check over there.
6409 Eddie, we're right around the corner. We're going to check it out for you.
Eddie, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Come downstairs.
I'm sorry, you coming in?
7386 Charlie.
786 Charlie.
Event number please, Clark Lake, 191 North 12.
Yeah, 10-4. That is 09287.
7386 David.
786 David.
We get event number for Chicago on the red line.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for a stolen car right now.
Thank you.
M2.
Can I get a number for the South Branch?
Yep, that is 09305.
Silver Honda Accord. CF 22105. That's what we're looking for.
Hey, 86 boy.
Where's that Jackson Blue, please?
Yep, that's 09325.
3215.
3215.
Can you just put a note, 2800 north on the drive on the left lane. There's a large pothole.
Left lane, big old pothole. You got it, I'll let him know. 97 David.
Great stop, Adam, for the Wabash Green.
10-4.
7383 boy.
783 boy.
Mike, 79th Street, please.
Yep, 09339.
7388 Charlie and David.
88 Charlie David.
Yes, sir. Event number for 63rd Street platform, red line.
Yep, that is 09342.
7383 Frank.
738 Frank.
Event number for a bus ride from the bus number 791. That's on the 79th Street, Loomis, the west side.
Alright, that is 09345.
I'm gonna put on the local news real quick.
County Sheriff's Office, who are putting together their own plan for patrols on the transit system. She says riders and workers say they feel safer seeing police on buses and trains. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A planned raise this summer for thousands of restaurant and bar workers in Chicago could be off the menu for now, under a proposal approved today by the city council. Restaurant workers and owners say the 5-year phase out of the city's lower minimum wage for tipped workers is driving their labor costs higher, on top of other economic pressures and the lingering effects of the pandemic. Bronzeville winery owner Eric Williams says he's been forced to raise menu prices, and his customers have noticed.
The more you increase your prices, the less people come. Hey, now you have downtown prices. You're in Cottage Grove. So we've seen an increase in prices. So because of that, we've had to cut service because we have less customers coming. So now we go from 5 servers to having 3. So because of the $3 increase per hour, they're losing $30, $40 per hour in what they were making tips.
But labor advocates say workers are facing many of the same financial pressures, and it's not fair for business owners to target them during a period of economic uncertainty. The mayor has said he'll veto any efforts to freeze that wage ordinance. The BP refinery in Whiting says it will lock out 900 union workers tomorrow as contract talks stall.
A statement from the company says it's made the difficult decision to initiate a lockout as protracted negotiations have produced no progress on proposals that are most critical to the long-term sustainability of the refinery.
Right? It's a silver Honda Accord CF. It said they dumped it here in Oakwood. I don't see nothing here. We'll go on the next street down, and now we'll call it quits, and we'll go find something else to do.
Final offer. Union President Eric Schultz said the company continues to demand 100 job cuts and pay cuts. Mike Krauser, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
5:33 now to the latest on Iran as it pledges to retaliate as the death toll on both sides of the war is rising. CBS's Natalie Brand has the latest.
President Trump went to Dover
Unless they're
Air Force
delaying
Base
this and we don't know it, the broadcast.
6 U.S. service members killed when their KC-135 tanker crashed as part of Operation Epic Fury. Earlier in Tehran, mourners held a funeral procession for Iran's security chief Ali Larijani and the besieged commander killed in Israeli strikes Tuesday. Israel also announced it had killed Iran's intelligence chief in a new round of strikes.
Also ongoing in the Middle East today, Qatar is blaming Israel now for an attack on an offshore natural gas field that it shares with Iran. Senators have been questioning the nation's top intelligence officials about the war in Iran.
In her written opening statement to the Senate Intelligence Committee, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard said last year's attack on Iran obliterated its nuclear enrichment program, and there have been no efforts since to rebuild it. But Gabbard omitted that passage in her spoken remarks. Virginia Democratic Senator Mark Warner asked why.
I recognized that the time was running long, and I skipped through some of the portions of my oral delivered remarks.
You chose to omit the parts that
the cops are just showing up, I think.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
See, the cops are just showing
and
up.
President Trump's nominee for Department of Homeland
That's
Security.
That's how slow they are. We're way ahead of the cops. We were here when it was happening. I think they might have switched the plates. See, the cops are right there. See that there?
Constant headlines and controversy.
I think that's not a Accord. That's a Corolla, right? There's the cops right there.
Vow that if he was confirmed, he would retract a very controversial policy that was enacted last summer, which required the secretary to personally greenlight any expenditures made by the Department of Homeland Security over $100,000. Mullen called that micromanaging and said it would not happen if he were confirmed.
Mullen also said officers would only use a warrant signed by a judge to forcibly enter any homes to make arrests, except in limited circumstances. Coming up, low gas prices, another look at traffic and weather together. It's 5:36.
Patrick Cars brings the power of choice. Right now, finance for 1.99% APR on select 2025
models. We're looking for a silver Honda Accord.
Performances, backed by a team that delivers more.
We've been over here, right? We've been in that alley.
Recalculating route.
I don't see it. We're gonna go do something else.
For people with nasal congestion, snoring, or sleep apnea.
I don't get it. We were here in the right time, and
first stop
my primary doctor.
It's like yesterday's case. We ended up at the wrong address, and I don't know why. This is supposed to be, we were listening in real time, so. I don't see any I don't see no cops. I don't see any. I seen the helicopter, but he was down a little bit. And that was the building they said they ran into. And you see no cops over there at all. So I don't know. Did they just let the bad guys leave? I mean, I don't know what's going on here, right? We heard the radio calls. We heard the address. We heard the car. We heard everything, and we can't find it, right? Are they delaying the broadcast and we don't know? I hope they're not.
Now, the lowest gas prices from News Radio 105.9.
See, I don't see anything. I don't see no police activity at all here. Strange, right?
3,000 to 3,500 bonus cash on a huge selection.
Nah, I don't want to be chief of police.
In Johnsburg, the marathon on.
But it's strange, right? We heard it in real time. We're at the exact address. I'm showing you everything. You guys watched it with me. Look, the way I do this is you see what I see. I make mistakes. Yesterday I made a mistake, right? So today I'm a little cautious. I don't want to make 2 mistakes in 2 days, right? So I'm looking around, make sure I don't say nothing. And then it's like, what's going on here? It's the second day in a row, right? It's weird, right? We're gonna go a couple of times. We're gonna get out of here. Maybe we'll do a sunset video. We'll listen to some meditation. I'm thinking about going to an old spot I haven't been to down on the east side. It's a really nice spot. There's ghouls and goblins down there. Unless they're over here, and it is, right? Oakwood is over there. Unless they dumped it somewhere in here, right? There's an apartment over there, right? 2 people fleeing on foot. I have it right here. 554 East Oakwood. They even have it here. Look. They even have it right there. You see that there? It's even in Citizen app. So 554 is right here, right? There's no car here, right? We don't see any car. Unless it's that one and they switched the plates, but that's a Corolla. 554, it's right here, right? Are we crazy? Are we losing our brains or what? It's right here. Because they turned here. I think they dumped it in there. I'll show you where I think the car is at. That's the only silver car we got right there, but that's a Corolla, unless that's it. That's an Odyssey. 4, they went into that building. I'll show you where I think the car is at. I have a feeling I know where that car is at. It's in the back, and I don't know if the cops know where it's at. No, that's Citywide 1. That's not delayed, what we're listening to. And I heard it on my ham radio. So that's how I picked it up, and then I threw it on the Crime Is Down to replay, right? We've been replaying it the whole time. We were listening to it in real time. But and maybe they've encrypted it and we don't know about it. But she said the time, 5 o'clock, and it was the right time.
09856.
When you hear that and they say the time, that's how you check how much is delayed. It's 1 minute delay on the replay. On this one, it's 0. What you're listening to is live right now. That's live radio right now.
Bronzeville, Red, please.
It's direct connection to the police.
Alright, that is 09862.
I think it's one of these cars over here. This might be worse than we think. They might not even send cars out, but I thought the guy said he was here. So there's no silver on the Accord, right? I'll show you where I think they went into. I don't want to get jacked or nothing out here, man. Who knows what's going on here, right? This is the building they went into, right? Right here, right? I don't see it. There was a silver car over here, right? CDF, right? They went into this building here, they said, right? Strange, and this is the building's address. They said it. Eventually they dumped the car right back here, right? I guess, whatever. We'll keep moving. Let's keep moving. We'll go down to a sunset. They jumped into this house right here. We'll go one more time on this block. It's something weird is happening. What I'm gonna have to do.
A little bit north. I have a feeling this might be related to the pothole. It's going to be northbound at Belmont for 4 vehicles involved in a crash, including one off-duty officer. They are not driving. No incident.
So what I'm gonna do is...
Okay, I'll take care of that. I'm gonna move back around. Oh, okay, that'll work. 14 disregard, 15 says I'll take care of it.
I'm gonna try to pull this event and see what actually happened. And see the times and if they align with the recording.
Progress 71979. There's a male black wearing a blue coat, blue jeans, black shoes, van from the store still in. Refused to leave.
That's a Honda Accord right there. But this is by Chicken and Waffles here. That's a Honda Accord, right? You know how it looks? That's a Honda Accord.
Yeah, 4 cars. Yeah, that's a 10-4. Northbound at Belmont, 4 cars. One's been off duty. No descriptions of it.
Alright, and let's keep moving, man. That's enough of that. The helicopter was above us. Whatever. What do you guys want to do? Go down south maybe? Go check out the lakefront? When's the last time I took you guys on the lakefront?
09918.
Let's go hit the lakefront. How about that? We'll go down the lakefront. How about that? I was going to get a car wash, but there's too many people here. We tried together. Everybody was with me, right? And you don't see no cops around here. It's like it vanished. So what we're gonna have to do, I had to do more paperwork, which takes time. I'm gonna have to get the event number. All right, we'll pull the event, and then I'm still looking for the number CF, right? Honda Accord. And they said Oakwood. Oakwood's over there. It wouldn't be over here. And if they would be here, they would. You'd see cops around here, and I don't see no cops, so forget about it. Let's keep moving. Now, you guys were with me the whole time, right? So there's only one Oakwood here. That's all there is. There's only one Oakwood. It only goes a few blocks. So that's what we got. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to go on Lakeshore Drive, or you guys want to go on Cottage Grove?
733 Adam.
Maybe go down Lakeshore, cut across. Or maybe you want to go down Cottage Grove and we'll go. You know what? Let's go to Lakeshore. I don't like this way because you're not going to see the lake, though.
45.
Yeah, we'll go down. We'll see what's going on. Go and take a little tour, right? I'll try to backtrack the calls tonight if I get a chance to. We'll see. That's why I record everything, right? That way I can hear it, right? It's the way it goes. It's like fishing. Sometimes you catch one, sometimes you don't. You know what I'm talking about? I hope everybody's having a great afternoon. Guess what? It's not 50 below anymore. That was horrible, wasn't it? Those of you, Juan, if you're still watching, Juan's from Texas. Man, that was wild. It was like 0 degrees out, man. That was like horrific. I'm like, what's going on here? Now today it's what, 50 degrees? I got all my underwear on and gloves on and I got the triple wool socks on. I'm all jacked up on the heat. You know, like I got all my windows open right now. It's like beautiful out. I mean, it's nice out right now. Have you seen how warm it is out? So I can't figure out how it gets so warm that quick, right? It was like 0 yesterday. Yesterday my fingers were freezing when I was heading the phone out.
Yep, it's 09962.
We're going south on Lakeshore Drive from Oakwood, right?
Adam, my boy. 9 seconds, 47
Yep, it's 09970.
Southbound Lakeshore Drive. That's what we're doing. Like fishing, sometimes you catch them and sometimes you don't. And this is the newest bridge down here. I'll figure it out. We'll see if I missed something. So we'll go back to, we put the news on at 5:30, right? So I'll go back to the radio calls until about 5:30 and we'll see if we missed anything, right? Ready? We'll go back right there. How about that? Thanks for watching with me.
It's George.
I get those numbers, Roosevelt and Faulkner, eastbound.
Can we get a number for
Flight number 8290.
Sorry, you got it. That is 09617.
7386 Adam.
7386 Adam.
Can we get an event number for Roosevelt Green, please?
Yep, 09626.
4664, boy.
4664, boy.
Yes, but I'm over here in 12. The park's all clear. Making sure you give us a slowdown. I still got cars coming in hot over here.
All right, 10-4, another slowdown, please. Wolcott and Washington, slow it down for any units on Citywide 1.
Wolcott and Washington,
hey,
what happened?
somebody had their window shot out over here?
Yeah, they did. 1836 West Maypole. She said her window was shot out on the car.
That's opposite of us, huh?
All right, I'll go look over there.
18 West Mo... What was that?
Hey, somebody had their window shot out over here?
Yeah, they did. 1836 West Maypole. She said her window was shot out on the car.
1838 or 28?
All right, I'll go look over there.
Should we go over there? So it looks like there was a shooting over there, huh? You want to go over there or what?
7 minutes, Frank.
Event number for lunch, 116 West 95th.
Sounds good to me. 09641.
7386 Charlie.
786 Charlie.
Right, can I get a event number, please? Blue Line, Clark and Lake, 191 North 12.
You got it. 09646.
Hey, Squad, somebody had their window shot out over here?
Yeah, they did. 1836 West Maple. She said her window was shot out on the car.
Window was shot out of her car. 1836 West Maypole.
7383 Frank.
7 minutes, Frank.
Event number for lunch, 116 West 95th.
Sounds good to me. 09641.
Looks like there was a shooting over there, right? I think we should go over there, right? How are we gonna get over there? What's the best way? Go over to the Dan Ryan, or should I turn around and go on Lakeshore Drive over there, right? I mean, it's not too far. We just turn around right here, right? I'm in the wrong lane, though, to turn around, right? Sounds like something was going on up there. We'll turn around by Hayes Drive or something up here. We'll make a U-turn over here. How about that? And you can see the lakefront, and we'll go up to the west side, see what's happening on Maypole over there, right? We gotta get some gas somewhere. So 5:30, I put the radio on, and they were talking about something was going on the west side. So let's go back to about 5:15 and see what we missed, right? Let's go here, right?
Zone 6 citywide. Criminal trespass in progress. 5055 South Archer, Archer Heights Branch Library. 5055 South Archer. Male, Hispanic, black hoodie, sweatshirt, gray jeans, trespassing at location after formerly being barred. No weapons present, no drugs, no alcohol. No further details. Zone 6 line is clear.
7383 Adam.
Samantha.
Number for 95th in the red light.
Yep. 09487.
For units in there in the city, I just saw it in progress. 75 in St. Lawrence, 76th Street in St. Lawrence. Caller states male black light complied wearing a red black hat, black jacket, gray pants, black shoes, was threatening him. Caller says he has a gun in a white Impala, unknown weapons, nothing further. Their district on 7. Units in 25 and citywide, person with a gun, Laramie and Wrightwood and Laramie. Ben is calling in. He's sitting a male, possibly a male Hispanic, wearing a black jacket, blue hoodie, pulled a gun on a driver. Caller states the offender's walking southbound now. Nothing further. Zone 12 clear.
Uncontested busy. 8447 South. I don't read the caller says 2 people broke into his garage, and they're still in a red truck. No description except 2 Hispanics. No further.
You on the simulcast?
7388 Adam and boy.
788 Adam boy.
I get a CTA check at Garfield Red.
Yep, that is 0951. I'm sorry, my computer took a dump. 09510. 09510.
Sorry, flat, copy that.
It's okay. 09510. 09510.
Boy, thank you.
You're welcome.
7383 boy.
780 boy.
39th Street, red light check, please.
Yeah, why don't you take 09523.
We're going to the west side, right? See what's happening on Maple.
3214.
There you go. I'll put it to the side there so you can see the beautiful lake there. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful, ain't it?
For the units in Tulsa, again, multiple tickets of shots fired. Wolcott in Washington, 1800 block of West Maple. Caller can hear shots being fired. The offenders were shooting at Wolcott in Washington. They could still hear shooting during the call for the call taker. Nothing further. 12th District, Zone 3.
That's where we're going. That happened at... That call came in at 5:10.
97, David.
Street stop, Adams and Wabash Green.
So that's where we're going.
For the units in Tulsa Citywide, the ticket of shots fired is now coming over the person shot. Washington and Wolcott in Washington. The caller heard shots fired. There's a body on the ground with a neon vest. Fires en route. Nothing further. 12th District, Zone 3.
Person shot, right?
7383 Charlie.
783 Charlie.
Charlie, can I leave bid number 69 red?
Person shot. Washington and Wolcott. They got a neon vest on. Happened around 5:15 p.m. March 18th, 2026.
You got it. That's
where we're heading.
563.
Neon vest.
797 Charlie.
Street stop, Adams, Wabash. Morning.
7388 Adam.
788.
You check that you get around.
Yep, that's 09583.
Thank you.
So now we know what happened, right? It's nice out here.
Units of Florence Citywide, place with a knife, 201 East 91st. There's a male black short wearing a blue jacket, has a knife, stole items, not further zone 8 station.
Beautiful, ain't it?
Alright. For the air, Washington and Wolcott, if any special event units are headed over there, they're giving a slowdown on Zone 3. Slow it down, Washington and Wolcott. So far, nobody shot.
Nobody shot.
That's terrible, Dave.
88 Charlie or 87 Charlie? I'm sorry.
87. Can I have one for O'Hare from mine?
You got it. It is 09607.
383 George.
783 George.
Slow it down. They say there's nobody shot over there.
I get some numbers, Roosevelt and Costner, eastbound. West number 8290.
Sorry, you got it. That is 09617.
7386 Adam.
786 Adam.
Can we get an event number for Roosevelt Green, please?
Yep, 09626.
4664, boy.
4664, boy.
Yes, but I'm over here in 12. The park's all clear. Make sure you give us a slowdown. I still got cars coming in and out over here.
So it was in the
park.
park.
All right, for another slowdown, please. Wolcott and Washington, slow it down for any units on Citywide 1.
It was in the park over there, right?
Hey, Squad, somebody had their window shot out over here?
Yeah, they did. 1836 West Maple. She said her window was shot out on the car.
Alright, I'll go look over there.
Alright.
7383 Frank.
7 Frank.
Event number for lunch. 116 West 92.
Sounds good to me. 09641.
7386 Charlie.
786 Charlie.
Right, can I get an event number, please? Blue Line, Clark and Lake, 191 North 12.
got it. 09646.
I'm sorry, you cut out. One more time.
09646. 09646.
4, thank you.
You get it.
383 David.
780 David.
Can we get a vent number for fixed post 47th and red line?
Yep, that is 09664.
Have 4, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
7388 Adam and Boy.
7388 Adam.
Can I get a CTA check for Migrant?
Yeah, it's F4. Why don't you take 09671?
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Here's an iron citywide battery in progress. 1454 West 47th Street at McDonald's. The 5th location. Nothing further. Zone 13.
6410 David.
6410 David.
Log up 6407.
I like this view.
Oh, sure.
This is one of the best views. If you could stop here and take a picture, it'd be the best picture in the whole city. Right here. As you can see all those buildings, including this here's tower. Check this picture out. You can't because you're going too fast, but check this picture out. I try to go as slow as I can. Look at this picture right here. That's the picture right there. If you can stop here and take that picture, that's the picture right there. You see that? You can see all the buildings there, right? It's pretty cool.
7383 Henry.
Man, that sun's out today. I think it's like Texas, Juan.
Okay, it is 09792.
Crazy weather. And we're doing a little driving today.
Ex-girlfriend wearing all red. Stole the caller's firearm and is looking out his car window.
Took his firearm. That's not good. His girlfriend.
7383 Charlie.
We gotta go to Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, 09808.
7386.
Better slow down, my brother, man.
7386.
Yeah, so let me get a number for Jackson red line.
Yeah, that's 09836.
7383 David.
783 David.
You got a check 47 red.
Yep, that's 09856.
7386 Adam.
86 Adam.
Bronzeville red, please.
Alright, that is 09862.
Oh man, did we go the wrong way?
3214.
Took the wrong damn exit, man.
Hey, can you head a little bit north? I have a feeling this might be related to the pothole. It's going to be northbound at Belmont for 4 vehicles involved in a crash, including one off.
I took the wrong exit. I got to be going the other way, right? That was stupid of me. I thought I got onto Wisconsin. Didn't I get onto Wisconsin exit or I missed it?
Okay, that'll work. 14 disregard, 15 says I'll take it.
Whatever, man. I thought I was paying attention there, man. Well, who's helping me drive today? Which one of you guys is spoiled? I gotta watch these comments. Somebody messed me up. I took the wrong exit. Whatever, man. Alright, I gotta watch so I don't get in a damn accident over here now. I gotta get off, right?
Yeah, that's a 10-4. Northbound at Belmont, 4 cars, one's an off-duty, no descriptions of it.
Off-duty got into an accident. Who is supposed to be my navigator here, huh? You're gonna get fired. Not to deduct your pay, even though you don't get paid. There you go. We gotta get, we messed up a little bit.
It is 09918.
I thought I was in the right damn thing, whatever that was, the exit lane.
7383 Adam.
Whatever.
783 Adam.
We're going to that shooting, right? That's that Douglas Park?
Yeah, that's 09918. 945.
I should just stay down here by my house and go relax and don't go to a shooting scene. How about that?
7 David.
There's a.
Red line check 39th Street, please.
That's what I should do.
Yep, that's 09962.
Yeah, that sun looks great, don't it?
78388.
What time is the sunset tonight?
Line check at 47 Valley.
Yep, it's 09970.
Boy, thank you.
Sunset Chicago.
7 David.
Can we get a number for 47th and the red line?
That is 09985.
Sunset Chicago. Alrighty, well, hopefully we can get on the right track. Now we're going to where? Washington and Wolcott, right? Today the sunset's 7:01, so we got an hour. So we got maybe we have a sunset on the west side, right? Oh man, look at that. It's beautiful out. Imagine it was like 0 degrees yesterday. Now it's like whatever, 150, right? You know it's 110 down in Texas and Arizona, right? In Arizona, it's 110 degrees right now here. Crazy weather we're having, huh? I wish I could play music, but I can't. Facebook would put me in. I'd be in forever jail. How's Marietta? Anybody here from Marietta? Are you on Marietta? Everybody knows Marietta James. She's in Facebook jail, right? And I don't know how she gets into jail because she's too good looking. I don't know how a good looking woman like her gets into jail. That's pretty messed up. I hope you're listening, Marietta. Sorry that you're in Facebook jail, but it happens to the best of us. Even cute ladies like you. Don't tell your husband I said that, all right? And don't tell my wife I said that either.
Number 47 red line.
We'll be both in the doghouse.
10201, 10201.
Yeah, we're driving around in the sunshine. Now she hit that like button. There. Yeah, it's beautiful, Holly. I mean, we got a beautiful city. Even look, think about this. I'm driving around looking for stolen cars. I just made a few wrong turns. We were on southbound Lakeshore Drive. Now we're on to Dan Ryan. And you're looking around, and you're like, yeah, this is nice looking. It's not junky. It's a little dirty here and there. We got some busted up stuff. But anywhere you go, even in some of the little rougher neighborhoods, it's beautiful. Garfield Park is a beautiful neighborhood if you go over there. Maybe we'll end up in Garfield Park. I'll show you the nice little, there's a beautiful thing they're rebuilding in the middle. I forget what it is. It's some dome or something like that. I'll show it to you too. Not the botanical garden. Inside the park, Garfield Park is a monument. It's really beautiful. You're going to see downtown now. Look at that. And we're just driving on the roads. Like I said, I wish I could put the music on, and that'd be great. If I could play music on Facebook, what I would do is every day there would be a different type of music. One day it would be country and western. The other day it would be hip hop. The other day it would be classical. The next day it would be rock and roll. The next day it would be whatever, right? Dance music. You know what I mean? I would every day would be a different type of a music. That's how I would run it. If I could.
7386 red line.
I got 2 units. 7386 who?
Oh, we got some traffic here, huh?
No, I'm looking for 86 at Chicago. 86 who?
7386.
That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at the downtown. Look at that. Is that beautiful or what?
You out. Take event number 10221. 10221. Second unit trying to come in.
3387 Adam.
87 Adam.
Howard red line. Take an event.
Take event 10225. 105.
Everybody's seen the article I just put up that by the 78, there's some more land over there. There's some more railroad land. Somebody wants to buy it. with their own personal money, and that's where they might put up the Sox Stadium. So that whole area where the 78 is, you know where I'm talking about. The 78 is where we at. It's right over there. That's by the Roosevelt Collection. It's by, see that building right there? That's River City. If you ain't never been in there, you should go in there. It's like Marina City, but it's the same thing. It's conical shaped, right? It's got a pool, everything in that place. Well, that's where the 78 all around there is going to be. They're planning on that. And it might be a soccer stadium, Sox Park. It might be everything. So they're looking into the future because the guys now, what's happening with liquidity, if the economy goes down, which we might go into a downturn now, really bad. And what happened in 08 when we crashed, if you noticed in 08, and I was tracking it, but I don't have my old my old Facebook page. I tracked all of that stuff. I tracked the economy. I tracked bad neighborhoods. I tracked abandoned buildings and new developments and gentrification. So what happens in bad economies with rich people, this is what they do. Since their money devalues, when you have a bad economy, whether inflation is high or you have deflation, it doesn't matter. To rich people, it don't mean anything. None of that means anything to a rich person. It means zero, nothing. As rich person's rich, they could care less, right? Whether it's $1 billion or $1 million, it's still a lot of money to them, right? If it devalues and it goes from $1 billion to $500 million, then it's still $500 million. If it increases, if there's inflation, right? It increases in whatever, you know what I'm talking about. So what they do, the rich people, what they do when it's bad economies, they build stuff. That's how they built the at the University of Chicago, across from the Woodlawn Tap. You know where that's at, right? Well, that whole area over there, I don't know if it was a gym area. I think it was gym and some of the hospitals. They expanded that. And on Cottage Grove, they expanded. That was all happened during the 2008 crash. When it crashed, they built all of that stuff up for the next, 10 years or so. If you go down there, if you haven't been down there, I'll show you all the stuff that's new. You can't tell now because it's already old, about 5 or 6 years old. But that's what they did. So what they're going to do here in the 78, what I'm thinking, is the economy is going to crash, and all these rich people are going to have all this money. And they're going to dump it there and build this whole stadium. So when we come out of the crashes last 10 years. So then if it crashes, say it's 26, say it crashes in 30, by the time it gets to 2040, it'll be booming. And when it booms, they're going to make tons of money. So if they spend $1 billion today, in 10 years, it might be $10 to $20 billion in worth. You kind of get where I'm going with that? That's how rich people do it. When the economy is down, the rich people spend and use their money. It happened in the Great Depression. All the main rich people that are now switching to the new money, the people that were rich when we grew up, most of those people made their money during the Depression. That's when they made their money. That's how rich people are. None of that means anything, gas prices or anything like that. They don't care about none of that stuff. So. But now they're going to build a whole bunch of stuff over here, right? And maybe they'll finish the Lincoln Yards on the north side. I don't know. We'll see. That's a lot of money at the Lincoln Yards project. That might be a couple $1 billion over there. They got a lot of remediation to happen up there. You know where that's at, right? On Cortland up there. Cortland and Goose Island and Clybourne. It's south of the Lathrop Homes. All of that stuff there, south of there. That whole area. All the way up to that Home Depot on North Avenue. That whole area right there. It's going to be developed. I don't even know. I don't even think I can count that high. That's how much money it is. Where are we going? Washington and Wolcott, right? That's what, Douglas Park or Humboldt Park? I don't even know. Where is that? Washington and Wolcott. Right? That's not Garfield Park. Okay? I don't know, man. I'm just riding along. That's all I'm doing. Yes, but it doesn't matter to them, Holly. For rich people, it doesn't matter. Here's another part when the economy goes down. Labor is cheaper. When the economy crashes, they can get buildings done cheap. Why? Because everybody's hurting for money. So they'll price jobs cheaper, and labor costs, even though there might be some inflation, it's cheaper for the rich guy. Because if there's inflation, his money gets inflated too. See, for rich people, inflation, deflation, none of that matters. It gives them more buying power. Whether, it doesn't matter which way for the rich person goes. Some guys, it does. They care, but when you're over that, like, billions and all of that money, that don't mean anything. That's zero. Sometimes they lose, sometimes they don't, but they're good rich people that have good money, like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Gates was a little bit, but he's hooked up with that Epstein stuff, so he's a little messed up right now. Oh, those guys that run NVIDIA now, because they're doing the chips. I forget what that guy's name is, but they're a little getting into the AI bubble. That's a little bit, it might crash. It might be the AI bubble that crashes now. It might be real estate. They don't know which one it's going to be. So they don't know where the crash is going to come from. What happens is an industry crashes, and then the banks crash. That's what happened with Bear Stearns. Bear Stearns happened, what is today, 17 or 18? Bear Stearns happened yesterday or today in 08. You remember Bear Stearns? And then what happened? Tyco, all those companies failed then. Remember that? That was what, how many of them failed that year? Remember that? And then it went into, that was from Bush to Obama. Remember that? It started in Bush's term and then went into Obama. Obama started in 09, didn't it? When was Obama's first term? When was Obama's first term?
Yes, can we get a Homeland Security check at 11?
January 09. So 08, the crash happened. That was Bush Jr. was still president. And the crash happened into Obama, right? That's kind of what happened with the COVID. You remember the COVID? The COVID happened under, what's his name? Did COVID happen under Obama or it happened under Biden? I don't remember now. What was the first presidency? It happened at the tail end of Obama's term, didn't it? COVID? Because COVID happened during the first Trump presidency. So you gotta keep track of that, and remember I talked to you guys about the war, this Israeli thing, or whatever we're doing over there, bombing the Iranians. These things, if you look at the economy, if you look at the downturns and all that, it crosses over presidents. It doesn't really matter. Wolcott, we can get off of here, right? We get off here. This is Ashland, right? Yeah, Wolcott, right here. Washington and Wolcott, right? And when they say that, that's where right here. That's the hell is Washington and Wolcott? What is that, the United Center? What's Washington and Wolcott? They had a shooting over there? Huh, strange. So the economy doesn't, for rich people, it doesn't mean anything. And for the real politician, it doesn't. Wow, that's a nice sun right there, huh? Let's clean those windows off, man. I want to get a car wash. If I can get a car wash cheap, then I'll get one.
3213.
I need to get a car wash.
Oh, yeah. Tow truck came. I removed one vehicle. He's going to look back around and remove the other vehicle. Okay, so for that.
That's that crash on Lakeshore Drive, right?
Did you ask which cars he had already moved off the drive? He had already moved them.
That's Ramona there. The other guy's name is Alex. And then I don't know the other guy's name. The guy that has a little southern twang to him. That's this Ramona.
I don't know. He was going to start removing one of the 4 cars that I had there.
I don't know what park that is. Oh. We're going right here. What park is this? I don't know. It doesn't even have a name on it. That's where we're going. See that? Park number, whatever it is. Damon and Maypole? What is that over there? What's that? Is that a school right there? Oh, that's where we're going. So another shooting by a park, huh? So yeah, the economy doesn't mean anything to rich people. They make more money. Again, when the economies crash, that's when you see people building stuff because it's cheaper for them to build it, right?
Take event number 10350.
There you go. How the Rich Get Rich. All those books will tell you that stuff. If you want to learn how to get rich, read Read all the people who got rich during the Great Depression. Tons of people got rich during the Great Depression. Read those books. Tell your kids and your